You're obsessed with my feet, or so your father says. Yesterday he found you sleeping at the bottom of our bed, cheeks nestled inside my arches, hands cuddling my soles. He laughed and picked you up, took you downstairs. But it's this morning that you take your first steps. Perhaps your obsession was more an imbibing of knowledge, a learning by osmosis from my feet to yours. You walk, one foot planted firmly in front of the other, a tiny waver along your spine as you acquaint yourself with this new height. You look amazed, delighted in the world before you. I lie back on the sofa and watch, mesmerised. You point upstairs and say, "Daddy?" and I nod. Normally your father would get you breakfast, but today he is still asleep. Perhaps he floats through the remnants of our argument, negotiating the sludge of our incomprehensible emotions. Perhaps that's why he sleeps so long. You walk between the sofa and the table, repeating steps until you're more confident, chestnut eyes widening and creasing into laughter. You walk towards me, arms outstretched, and suddenly I'm crying. You stroke my cheek. Your eyes are probing, tender. The sun falls onto our faces and we are caught between the shadow and light. I turn so we can look out of the back door. The trees are enrobed with tiny emeralds, the grass covered in crocuses. Spring is on its way. You point to the door, asking me to open it. So I do. We stand barefoot on the grass, a tingle of cool air in our nostrils. I see the pale imprint of the moon. In the dawn she is shy, almost hidden, waiting in the wings. You point, and I see your father's expression in mine at the same time. You have all of it in your hands. The mixing of our blood created life and has made it your own. I go in and you follow. Our feet are muddy, our hems wet. You make a game of tracing my footprints, your tiny ones inside mine. You stumble and I hug you. Your breath flutters on my breast and we press together. I turn and see your father at the door, eyes shining. He has seen you. Tears run silvery trails along his cheeks and stubble. We walk slowly towards him, your steps halting as you see him crying. He opens his arms and picks you up. I wait. Pray that this last straw is stronger than I thought. You wriggle to the ground, and we watch you demonstrate your next talents. We smile, joined in our celebration of you, of us. I look into his eyes and see some forgiveness. I begin to cry. Your father takes my hand and then yours, and we walk towards the garden, smudging the mud behind us.